McKinsey put out a report last year that said by 2030, the share of women in professional and technical jobs is set to more than double.
There has been a good shift towards women in the workplace when you are in a consultant side or when you are in a client side, because it's a bit global and they try to follow the latest regulations when it comes to welfare. When it's the contractor side, there is a bit of a struggle because we also work on sites a lot because we're coming from the operations side. So stuff like finding a toilet on site for females becomes a challenge. Unfortunately, we haven't evolved that much yet.
There's only 16% of women that form part of global boards, and only 3% that are actually part of the C-suites. So we're still the minority. It's important that every company looks at D&I, diversity and inclusion, not just for female, not just for race, not for gender, not for religion, but everything. And the more diversity that you bring into that team, the more innovation, the more creativity, and your output is going to be a lot greater.
I was lucky to get good mentors, both male and female, when they see that we wanted to push ourselves forward. It's a matter of putting yourself out there to say that, yeah, I'm available for this task, give it to me.
I definitely attribute a huge amount of success at the moment to a very strong sponsor. She was more than a mentor, really went above and beyond. You have to prove yourself, but I think if you are working hard and you are proving yourself, having someone like a sponsor who is talking about you to people helps a huge amount.
I think never say no. There's always limitations, but I've never seen myself as different being female. And coming from the contracting background, it's a very different world. I've never actually even questioned whether I'm as good as the guy sitting next to me. Your work ethic, your attitude, and you being an inclusive and respectful person is a massive, massive part of that. Work ethic will take you a long, long way.
It's about working hard. And sometimes you have to work harder than everyone else around you. And nothing comes easy. Love what you do. Be very happy, be very passionate. And then if you work hard, everything else will follow.
And I think saying yes is the first step, putting yourself out there. And even if you feel it, you get really nervous about it, I think that's really important, is just to say yes. Push your boundaries that way.
A lot of times, you've probably heard this yourself, don't be so sensitive. You've got to grow a thick skin in this industry.
There are things that you know that you do really well, so you should push to do it more, but there are things that you are not capable of yet. So you should know what your forte is, but I can achieve it.
I think thick skin comes over years of experience, and it's something that you build up over years. A long time ago, I would never say, I'm sorry, I can't come to a meeting because I've got an appointment at the school. But as you get older, your resilience builds. It's not the end of the world, and I think that's the biggest lesson I learned. There's always a solution. You can talk it through, and you know what, sometimes it is okay just to have a good cry.
Women can be better at things, and often are in some ways, and knowing what you can be better at is part of the key to kind of unlocking more women in leadership.
I think in general, women are a bit more focused to the tasks, and we're a bit more assertive on what we want and what we need, especially in my field.
I do not believe in special treatments for anybody. When I travel to a country which is not a Muslim country and I need to pray, I find my way to pray. It's the same with women, I think. You know, when you go to work and it's all male, blend in and make sure that you can work with these guys.
When the Apple campus was being designed by a series of male architects, the bathrooms are really far from the workstations. Pregnant women or people who might need to use the bathroom frequently, it's going to disrupt their day. And having just that lens shape an entirely different solution.
A lot, we're bringing mothers' rooms into all of our offices now, which is somewhere to relax, but also to be able to express afterwards, to enable that transition back into work to be easier, so you don't have to go and feel like you have to sit in a bathroom to do that kind of thing. So I think that's something that was led by women to begin with, but certainly supported by the whole community.
For me, it goes a lot deeper than that, understanding the behaviors that take place in an office and the different personalities. Who is your population? Where do they come from? What do they need? Where are you going in the next 3 to 5 years? So when you design, you're not just designing a room or something that looks pretty. It needs to function and needs to last.